friends, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to a miserable day here in Northampton. Dark and dingy. I hate the winter. Anyway, we have got part 8 of the Richard Thompson story. We've nearly come to the end, and we're going to look at some of Richard Thompson's collaboration albums that he's been involved in. He's played on the odd track here and there on albums, but I found 6 albums that Richard was a big part of the album. So we're going to have a look at them today. Okay, so number 6 is an experimental rock band that he was in called Frith, Kaiser, Thompson. And it was experimental rock, and they made 2 albums, and their second album is Invisible Means. Now this came out in 1990, so it's John French on drums and vocals, Frith on bass guitar and violin, Henry Kaiser on guitar, Richard Thompson guitar and vocals, guests are Bob Duskis on whistler, and Catherine Keane does vocals on track 4. So the first track is called Peppermint Rock. I think this is one of the best tracks on the album. It's got a great vocal from Richard. It's got a nice little sort of folky jazz sound to it. It's not too bad. To the Rain. It's not too bad, this, and it's got some nice guitar work on this from Richard. That's also. Then we got Lizard's Tail. I love the drumming on this. It's a little bit different. It really adds to it. It's the only good thing about it. The rest of the song is pretty mediocre. March of the Cosmic Surgeons. Very strange track. It's like opera meets folk. It doesn't do much for me. This is the one that Catherine Keen's on, I think. Yes. So yeah, it's alright. Then we get Suzanne. I do like the time signature again on the drums. Interesting bass line. It really dominates this song. Then we get a track called Quick Sign. There's a lot of interesting drumming on here, but the rest of it is not that good. Begging Bowl is next. A really good song. I like the vocal from Richard. I don't mind that one. Then we have Calo Takariva, a requiem for Morris Hallison. Pointless little bit of violin. Doesn't do much for me. My favourite track is the title track, Invisible Means. It's a bluesy rock track. It's got some nice harmonica. Definitely a real good track. Then Loch Lomond is a very sort of folky track, right up Richard Street. Great vocal as well. It's a traditional song, of course. It's got that real, they do a real folky version of that. Play with Fire. It's alright. Book of Lost Dreams. Weird stuff going on here. It's all over the place. I'm not a big fan of that. Days of Our Lives. It just reminds me of, again, Spinal Tap's Jazz Fantasy. It's all over the place. The Evening News. This is quite funky. It's got a nice guitar and a great vocal from Richard. The Nearsighted Heron. I like the guitar rock in this. It's quite intricate from Richard. Now That I'm Dead. Second favourite track on here. It's quirky. It's got some nice guitar work, and it's a decent vocal as well. Hunting Sunsets. I love the guitar work on this. It's really nice, but the drumming doesn't fit. Killing Jar, a bit long, some nice guitar bits in it. It's an interesting album. It's got some good stuff on it, some totally bizarre stuff on it as well. So I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 4 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 5 is the debut album from Frith, Kaiser and Thompson, and it's called Live, Love, Laugh and Loaf. It came out in 1987, so it's John French, Frith, Henry Kaiser and Richard Thompson. The first track on here is called Wings a la Mode. I quite like this. Some really good drumming on this from John French. Pretty solid track to open up the album. Killerman Gold Posse. It's alright. I do find these albums a bit strange. It's okay, that one. Where's the Monkey? A real strange track. I didn't just get into it. I couldn't find anything good to say about it. Then we have Hey Say OJ San. I quite like this. It sounds like everyone's drunk and having a good time. I'm sure they weren't, but they give the impression. Drowning Black Dog Night. Great track, written by Richard. One of the better tracks on here. Some great guitar work. Okay, then a real bad version of Surfing USA. Then we got Drumbo Oogie. This is dull and boring. Doesn't do anything for me. A Blind Step Away. I like this. It's the best track and probably one of the best tracks he did with this band. Some nice guitar sound on it. The guitar work is good. It's got a bit of Dwayne Eddy feel to it on the guitar as well. It's a really good track. The Second Time, not too bad either. It's got a nice vibe to it. Trinan Darag, second best track on here. It's got a Celtic feel to it. I like that Celtic sound. Disposable Thoughts, worst track on here. It's so disjointed. Everyone doing their own thing. Bird in God's Garden and Lost and Found. God's Garden is a little bit dreary, but the second bit, Lost and Found's got a nice beat to it. I don't mind that track. Then we have a Willie Dixon number, the same thing. It's a nice version of it. It's got some nice guitar. Now this album is a little bit better than the second one they did. There's a few more songs on here, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. Okay, at number 4, it's a one-off album and it's called Rock On, and it's a collection of covers by a band they call The Bunch. So it's the who's who of English folk here. We've got Sandy Denny on lead vocals, we've got Linda Peters on lead vocals, Ashley Huttins on vocals, Richard Thompson on vocals, Richard and guitars. We've got Trevor Lucas on lead vocals and acoustic guitar, Tony Cox on the piano, Ian Whiteman on the piano, Pat Donaldson on bass on some of the tracks, Dave Mattox on the drums, Jerry Conway, the Dundee horns. So it is a bit of the who's who of the folk rock at the time. So they do, the first track on here is a version of Crazy Arms, Ray Price. Jerry Lee did a version of it as well. It's not a bad version. It's a bit of a folky rock and roll. Then there's a really slowed down version of That'd Be the Day from Buddy Holly, and Sandy sings that, and they do a very good version of it. Don't Be Cruel. It's a bit of a shuffle, the Elvis Presley number. It's all right. Then we get a version of Little Eva, so Locomotion. Sandy sounds all right on that. A Girl in the Month of May, which is a Dion song. Richard sings this, and it's not too bad. Love's Made a Fool of You, another Buddy Holly song, and it's my favourite track on this album, and it's a great vocal from Sandy Denny. Willie in the Hand Jive. Sandy is brilliant on this. It's a good version. Johnny Otis song, of course, and then Jambalaya on the Bayou from Hank Williams. This is more of a 12-bar boogie version. It works. When I Be Loved, Everly Brothers, another great vocal. I like that from Sandy. Nadine, Chuck Berry, not a bad version. Then they do Sweet Little Rock and Roller and The Learning Game. Great vocal again from Sandy. I like this. Folk musicians do rock and roll because that's what they sort of grew up on. It's not a bad album, so I shall give that an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 3 is a great duo that he done with Danny Thompson, released in 1997. Industry. Fairport Convention meets Pentangle. So, of course, you've got Richard Thompson on guitar and vocals and acoustic guitar. Danny Thompson, double bass, bass trombone and golengo. Paul Clavis percussion, Christine Collister on vocals, Paul Dumal on saxophone, Dylan Fowler on rhythm guitar, Peter Knight violin. Dave Maddox does a couple of drumming on tracks 2 and 4. Tony Roberts saxophone and Northumbrian pipes. Albert Thompson trombone. and Harold Thompson on second tenor trombone. So we've got this first track called Chorale, which is a very short piece. It's building up to what's coming next, which is a track called Sweet on the Barricade. Love this. Got that lovely double bass from Danny, nice guitar and a great vocal from Richard. Children of the Dark, lovely violin played by Peter Knight. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a lovely track. Big Chimney, great track. What a vocal from Richard. It's my favourite on here. I love the little bit of saxophone. It's a little bit off kilter, but it gives it some atmosphere. Really good track. Kitty Tommy, I can hear the clogs in the street. I love Danny's double bass. Absolutely dynamite. This is a proper jazz rock track. Great guitar as well. Drifting Through the Days isn't too bad. I think the violins do spoil it a little bit. They sound a little bit off. Lottery Land, a really fine vocal from Richard. Some nice harmony singing on this track as well. Excellent. Pitfalls, it's a real nice jazzy piece. Crisp, jazzy guitar, saxophone, and of course Danny's wonderful double bass. Saboteur, not a big fan of this. It's a little bit dull. New Rhythms. Again, it's not the best track on the album. It's got some nice little bits, but it does go off kilter in the middle. And last track, lovely violin, but it does sound a bit dreary. Now you got two heavyweights of the folk music, and they've made a really good album. There's a couple of tracks I'm not keen on, but on the whole, I think this is a really strong album. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 2 is an album put together by Teddy Thompson, Richard's son, and it's called Family. And on here you've got Jack Thompson, who's Teddy's half brother. You've got Linda Thompson, of course, that's Teddy's mum. Richard's on here. We've got Cammy Thompson, Teddy Thompson, Zach Hobbs, James Wilburn and Ray Wilburn. Vocals, we've got Paula Liss, Moona Picasso and Brooke Grandasso. You got brother-in-laws, sisters and all sorts on this, so it's all part of the Thompson family. So the first track is called Family. Teddy sings this, and it's all about mum, dad and his sisters and being part of a family. It's a lovely song, and it's a song about having famous parents, so yeah, I like that. One Life at a Time, a lovely song. Got Richard on it, Linda maybe doing the backing vocals. It's a lovely song, that's all I know. It's a song. Careful, nice little track. This is Cammy singing it, and she sounds so much like her mum. Wonderful little track. Bonnie Boys, second favourite track on here. Lovely vocal from Linda, still got it, wonderful. You got Root So Bitter. This is written by Zach. It's a really nice song. At the Feet of the Emperor, Jack Thompson, very sombre track, really nice guitar work on like that. Right, a great song from Teddy. Lovely. Perhaps We Can Sleep. My favourite track on here. It's a mum and son duo, Linda and Teddy. Beautiful song. That's Enough. I think there's a lot. I think everyone sort of sings on here somewhere. It's a great vocal from Richard. He does the main. I Long for Lonely, a lovely song by Cammy and James. Great little track. This is a proper family album, isn't it? Teddy got everybody on board. It was lovely to have Linda on the vocals and working with Richard. So I'm going to give that album an RTO ranking of 7.3. But my favourite collaboration album we did is called Morris On. And the band, you'll know all these names. It's Ashley Hutchins, Richard Thompson, Dave Matthews, John Kirkpatrick and Barry Dransfield. So John vocals and button accordion and tambourine, Richard on vocals and electric guitar, Barry Dransfield vocals and violins, Ashley Hutchinson's vocals and guitar, Dave Mattox, of course, on the drums. Shirley Collins is on here singing, Bert Cleaver on pipe and tabor, Ray Warman on dances at the backer on the pipes, and Chingford Morrisman dances on Lancer Bunyan and Young Collins. So the first track is called Morris Cool. It's a lovely little folky thing, a lovely little track with John Kirkpatrick on the accordion. It is absolutely brilliant. Greensleeves, yeah, there's bells. They've really done a great version of it. I like that. The Nutting Girl, very traditional. This is a super group of folk musicians that really great singing. It's lovely track. Then we get Old Woman Tossed Up in a Blanket, which is a round with Shepherd's Hay and Trunkles. Can't go wrong with this. The bass line from Ashley is fabulous. Great singing again. It's just a fun track. Staines, Morris, a lovely song, traditional violin, really lovely track. Lads of Bunyan, can't go wrong with this. It's uplifting. Morrismen Sticks, hey, it's all like that. It's brilliant. And then we get Vandals of Hammerwich. I just love the simple drum on this. Penny whistles, very Irish. Then you get this little medley of Willow Tree, Beans, Setting and Shooting. Got Shirley singing on this. It's a great little tapping song to get your feet going. I'll Go and List for a Sailor. A lovely little song about a sailor. I love the accordion from John on it. It's got that sort of sea feel. It's a great vocal from Ashley. He sings that one. Princess Royal. It's one of them tracks that you sit in the pub on a winter's night with a coal log fire with a nice pint and you have a sing song. Cuckoo's Nest, another of them sort of songs. You can't go wrong with it. Morris Off, I love this. One of the best tracks on the album. It's a nice little ditty to sign off the album. Very good album. Again, it's full of some of the great folk musicians. It's a little bit fun. I love it when they all came together to make an album like this. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.5. So there we go. There are some collaborations that Richard done. Next week we've got the final part and we're going to look at his soundtracks. Yes, Richard has been involved in soundtracks, so we're going to look at his soundtracks. Okay, coming up next is A Perfect Side, and we've got a great album this week. We've got Skids and Scared to Dance. So join me for that. Bye for now.